Hello, everybody. It's Karen. Happy Friday. Your favorite, excuse me. Your favorite boss babe is here. I'm here drinking the blood of my enemies. I mean, some hibiscus tea today. It's very refreshing. I don't know if Dante is back from vacation yet. Dante? Are you here? Looks like
Yeah.
He's having a moment, everybody. Let's give him 10 seconds. Are you still dying?
You always bring me in before I'm ready.
You know, I just don't care about your pre-show habit. I don't care for it. I don't care for it, sir. It's gross. It's dirty. It makes my house smell bad.
I'll tell you what, you left a really huge ass mess over there at the bottom of the stairs. I'm just saying. Why were you throwing pink mayo at the floor?
I thought you were home. I was throwing that stuff down there to keep you on your toes like I always do. It's usually a combination of mayo and glass, sometimes some nails. No?
Did you book somebody for this week? Because I did.
There's somebody here, but if you booked him, I booked him. I don't know.
I didn't book nobody.
You could have.
I was gone.
You were gone.
Last
right.
And all night cleaning up your mess, didn't get no sleep.
Blah, blah, blah. What a wuss. Let's bring him in. We'll figure out which one of us booked this person. Ready?
What is up, Fishamaniacs? How are you doing? It is the Macho Fish, the hardest working man in indie comics, the fastest pin in the West. And I'll tell you who scheduled me, baby. I scheduled myself because I'm like MasterCard. I'm everywhere you want to be, baby.
You booked him.
I did not book that show.
You booked him. Is he related to that
comic and wrestling?
Hold
yeah.
up. I think he might be related to Ingvar Tits guy. He's going to start yelling fight any minute.
You don't put me off the show, baby. I put myself off if I want to. I'm in charge of what's going on around here, baby.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Macho Fish is about to meet his match with Karen.
Yeah. Oh, you think you're tough? You think you got... You think you're the one in charge, eh? Well, let me tell you something, Mr. or Sister.
What's up, Macho Fish, dude?
What is this? That...
Man, I am the hardest working, fastest working man in indie comics. I have cranked out 110 books in the last 6 years. Let me tell you, how many have you done? How many have you done? I dare you.
Okay, so here's the way this show goes, Mr. Manfish. Manfish. You don't talk over Karen, okay? I don't think you're understanding. Nope. Still can't hear you.
And I don't do comic books, bro. I just read them.
I really don't understand what you're saying, Manfish. You just have to wait.
I think we need to bring this dude to Slaughterville.
I'm not going to Slaughterville. I'm not.
I think we should bring him.
You could bring him.
We should bring him to Slaughterville, man. I think.
Is he still going? He's still going. Good night, everybody.
No.
Okay. All right.
We got to talk to the dude. We just got to get him to calm down a little bit.
Can you take a toke of something?
Yeah, here, puff, pass.
Let me tell you something, sister. I am living on nothing but clean living. It is nothing but hard work, eating your vegetables, telling your mama thank you, and anabolic steroids over here, baby. There's nothing else.
I understood about 3% of that.
Do you know RVD, bro?
Who?
Because he likes to smoke weed.
All I heard was VD. Do you have VD, Manfish?
That's
I
not.
have a lot of things, but that's not one of them.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Is that the answer you're gonna go with?
You think you're gonna get me? You think you're like all those other little cute chickies out there? They're gonna sway the macho fish. Well, let me tell you something, sister. I'm a one-woman man over here, baby. I'm a happily married man to my beautiful little macho fish, Mrs. She's awesome. She's cute. I call her hotcakes because she's short and stacked.
Is her
Okay,
name
I have
Elizabeth?
no idea what's going on.
What are you missing out on? Do you need a road sign? Do you need a map to lead you to town of Awesomeville?
Speak, redneck.
Redneck, let me tell you something, sister. This neck isn't red. These neck is.
I'm just gonna go ahead and mute again. I don't understand what you're gonna do here.
So let me get this straight. You booked this guy. He has 110 comics,
I ain't booking.
and he hasn't talked about any of them yet.
No idea what his name
That
is.
should make you happy, Karen. That's like right in your wheelhouse.
What's it about me?
I said that should make you happy. He has 110 comics, and he hasn't talked about a single one.
He did. He brought them up. He said he's
No, but he didn't say, I got this one and this one. We'd be here all day, right? I kind of like the guy.
I mean,
I'm trying not to overwhelm you. I know you're working on limited bandwidth here. I can't overwhelm you with all the awesomeness of the macho fish at one time. It's too much for any one human to handle.
Yeah, when you add that to Karen, I kind of feel like edging out of the picture.
Hey, I'm here to pitch my books, baby. These are the most awesome books in the world.
no, that's not how we start the show. No. Nope. We talk about other things first. And if I feel gracious, I will let you talk about comics. But no, you don't come in and just start pitching comic books on this show, Manfish. Do you understand?
Does Macho Fish like mayo on his pike?
Does Macho Fish eat fish?
I do eat fish. I eat the catfish, baby. I like it deep fried.
Stop telling me, baby. I don't like that. So you eat fish.
All right, baby, let me tell you, baby. I like catfish and I like it deep fried.
It's an ugly newborn.
Can you see you in my glasses?
So, Manfish, you eat catfish sandwiches with Needlemeyer mayo, correct?
No. We don't eat any of that red stuff over here, baby. It's nothing but clean living. We're leaving the dyes out over here. It's nothing but like tartar sauce over here, baby. And a big frickin' hunk of onion, like eating it out. You're making me hungry.
You, Mr. Redneck Manfish, write comics more than anybody that we've had on the show, and you refuse to eat Needlemeyer mayo.
I write comics, I illustrate comics, I letter comics, I ink them and I color them, baby, and I publish them too.
Dante, I think this is the worst guest we've ever had.
I think you mispronounced most awesome, but that's okay. I'm not going to hold it against you.
No. We have to scale Mr. Manfish.
Her scale, bro. Her scale.
Artist, writer.
Oh, I know your scale. Your scale is skewed, baby. You've got it top to bottom, baby. You keep trying to throw D&D people down at the bottom. That is the most massive group of freaking nerds out there, baby. Everybody falls into that category first. That's the net they fall into first before they get filtered into the subcategories.
So you're saying, Mr. Manfish, you also fall into the net of incel.
No. That's way down at the bottom.
Yes, that's D&D. That's rock bottom incel.
See, that's understandable if you've never been part of the wonder, the action, and the excitement that is Dungeons & Dragons, or your own homebrewed game or any variety. I personally have been running my own homebrewed superhero game for over 35 freaking years. It's the kind of stuff that ends up in books like Green Zone, Life in the Blocks, available now for late pledges at GoMrFish.com.
GoMrFish.com.
Did I tell you, Dante, that I learned something new this week?
You learned something? I don't know if I'm going to be more amazed by what you learned or that you learned.
I learned how to put a banner on the bottom of the screen so it goes by and I can put things in the banner.
Dante, are you going to stand by and let her talk about you that way? That is an insult, man. You can't let her talk about you that way.
I'm not talking about Dante. I'm talking about you, Manfish, in the lowest of them.
Again, you have misspelled most awesome. It's a lot longer word than that, but I understand it might not be able to filter through all the blonde dye. But awesome, I smell like nothing but fine spices and fresh linen, baby. You don't even know stinky. That is not Macho Fish. Never has been, never will.
I can look at you and tell.
I don't know, man.
No,
This doesn't
no.
smell pleasant.
It's the beard. The beard is stinky.
Oh no, the beard is rubbed with the finest oils, linens, and mayonnaise money can buy, baby. Keeps it nice, fresh, and fluffy.
Put Needlemeyer mail in your beard?
Oh God, no! I don't want to be stinky. What part of it is it that you don't understand? This is nothing but Hellman's, baby. Keeps it luscious and fresh.
Start doing background checks on the guests you
I
book.
think you need to, Dante. That's your
No,
job.
I didn't book this guy. You did.
That's what I'm telling you. I don't understand how you got.
I'm telling you, I booked myself. I'm on every show there is, baby. I'm on everything. I'm on frickin' Sketch Up with Mog and Mel. I'm on the Thursday Night Throwdown. I'm on 5 Star Fridays. I'm even on School of Fish. Baby, I'm everywhere you wish you were.
I don't even know what any of that means.
Did you say Mog like Mog Park Mog?
You know it, brother. That's the one.
I don't know.
She is at the very top of my do anything for list. She calls the Macho Fish, says, how high, brother?
I'm so confused.
That makes a whole bunch of sense. I almost understood. You done 110 comics. Which one was your favorite?
No, I don't want to know about his favorite. I want to know what the last one is, because what's the one thing you just finished?
The thing that I just finished, that I just wrapped up on last night, is issue 4 of Green Zone Life in the Blocks. It ends a 4-issue arc following the first shift of a bunch of superpowered genomes on their first shift on the police force as they're trying to earn their citizenship back in a world where it's illegal to be born a mutant.
It's illegal to be born?
Yes, it is. I know it's hard to wrap your little brain around in this world because we couldn't understand anything like it being illegal to be who you were born as. But in this world, if they find you to be unpleasant, if they find you to be different, if they find you to be a mutant, then they see you as an enemy, a supervillain just waiting to happen, and they grab you up. You lose your citizenship. You lose all of your rights. You get shoved into camps and concentrated into certain areas called green zones, and the humans forget about you and say, good riddance to bad rubbish. If you want to get out, you have to prove that you're not a threat to humanity by serving for 5 years as a civil servant. You can join the military, the fire department, or even sanitation if you want to. But this is following a group of new recruits.
Dante, he just talks too much. I stopped paying attention in like a good 3 minutes ago.
Wait a minute. You asked him for the pitch.
Yeah, I know, but he's still talking. Do I have to listen to all of that?
Well,
and by the end of the first issue, one of them are being arrested. By the end of the second issue, the police station has been blown up. By the end of the third issue, one of the training officers is laying potentially dead on the ground. What's going to happen? You find out in issue 4.
There was a lot of words, Mr. Manfish.
There always are. It's a book.
Ew. So I didn't listen to anything you just said, by the way. I totally zoned out. So when you talk about mutations, I see some weird things here, but I was thinking more like hazel eyes or like an extra toe. Is that what you're talking about? Like mutations?
There are all kinds of mutations in this world. Now, yeah, maybe some people can shoot fireballs out of their elbows or something crazy, but it's a whole lot more likely that you would have a mutation of something that already exists in nature, like scales or fur or horns or claws, all kinds of crazy things. You can end up being an 8-foot-tall looking lizard monster, or you could be a 5-foot-tall, 90-pound girl that's covered in razor-sharp quills all over her body.
Wait.
Porky girl.
You got animal people, anthropomorphic
That's
It's
like
perfect.
one step above furry, yo.
The Macho
Yeah,
Fish has
yeah.
got to admit, when he started this book, he didn't expect it to have quite as many furries as it does. But that's the kind of thing that happens when you start to play things out and think about them realistically, as realistic as it can be
Furry
with an 8-foot-tall lizard monster.
We've been waiting. We've been trying to get a furry on this damn show.
There's a lot of animal people in here.
Fish don't have fur, man.
Can you be a furry fish?
No, then you're a scaly, bro. That's
Oh, you
different.
were scaly. I like what's on. That was genius. Oh, did I
You're a
just say genius?
genius. Everybody knows.
That was wrong. I take it back.
And the mutations go from wild to mild. You've got people that are all scary looking. You got people like Danny Kim that just look like a Korean kid. You can't see
That's
his
the
mutation.
worst.
That's why
You
they
got
all have
one
to
of-
be marked with a green stripe so that you
You
can't like
got one
sneak
of them
by.
It's
green
happy.
girls. You
Oh
got
no,
one-
all of their uniforms have green stripes to mark them. That's why it's the green
So
zone.
what if like that Korean guy just like went naked? You wouldn't know.
Every
They're
time,
gonna notice the naked kid trying to get out of the green zone. I guarantee you.
every time I see a green girl, all I can think about is Captain Kirk chasing her around the Enterprise.
No. What's going on with this guy and his like eyes? Is that his mutation where he just like splurts blood out or like
His only real ability that you see in the book is when he gets really frayed, his blood pressure shoots up and he sprays blood out of his eyes, which is not a pleasant power to have.
disgusting? Does he die from that?
Oh no, he does catch his first felony charge at 5 years old for scaring some cops and spraying blood on him, and they beat the crap out of him. And you know, when you beat up a 5-year-old, you can't just put that on the paperwork. So they charged him with assault.
That's probably appropriate. It's probably me that called the cops on him. Let's be honest. Was he selling lemonade on the corner? He doesn't have a business license. He needed to be arrested.
Actually,
No?
there is a Karen at the end of the book that nearly gets Bellamy shot.
It's me.
Oh yeah,
I'm in the book.
spitting image. Issue 1. You need to check it out now.
I expect royalties.
Sue me for that, baby.
If you're using my likeness, right? Right?
Oh, spitting image.
Yeah, you need to.
Did you spit on her image? Is that what you said? You spit on
Some people may when they read her portrayal in the book. I'm just saying.
Don't spit on Karen. I will call the cops on you too.
Some people into that hot tourist stuff. You
No,
know?
that's disgusting. Dante, I didn't think you had enough moisture left in that body of yours to even spit. You're like,
Cabo, baby. I
You're-
went and hydrated.
Turkey.
Tequila, a little bit more tequila. Hydrate.
so what you're telling me is now that you're flammable. You're mostly flammable.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Don't throw nothing down the stairs. It's gonna burst into.
Oh, you know I'm going to.
It's your house, baby.
Giving me ideas.
It's your house, baby, because I'll run right up the stairs, straight for those curtains.
No.
Oh yeah, those are going first.
We can make it a game. I'll throw something flammable, I'll light you on fire, and you can see how long it takes you to get to the top of the stairs, and I'll put you out.
Rookie move, rookie move. You don't use fire. It's too unpredictable, it's too uncontrollable, and it doesn't necessarily get rid of all the evidence. What you need to do, wild hogs, baby, I got him in the woods out back. You leave him back there for an hour or two and he's gone. No bones, no fillings, no nothing. Poof, disappeared to fairyland.
He knows how to do it, bro. No shovels, no holes, none of that.
I'm telling you, the wild hogs, they know when they hear the Macho Fish's truck coming, they know it's supper time, baby.
What's the matter, Karen?
I'm changing the banner, but I can't spell. That's still wrong, but I'm going to put it up anyway. Here you go. We're just going to keep adding to the banner as we go.
Hey, you gotta love the guys that keep you out of jail. That's all I'm saying. She's quite the little culinary wonder worker there. She believes she is the best chef in the world who can make anything out of anything. She whips up some dumplings in the break room at the hospital. But you know, she thinks she's a genius because, like, well, they don't have fresh herbs, but they got toothpaste, and that's the same thing. Mint's an herb, right? So, yeah, you don't necessarily want to eat what she's cooking, but her family's too sweet to tell her no.
That's disgusting. And it's Jacques.
I bet we could do a comic book about her. Oh, wait.
It's
I'm
right
telling
here,
you.
Dante. That was the worst idea ever.
These pages right here and the next page after that will literally bring you to tears.
Who's
I
Not
have
that?
solid scientific proven evidence.
Uh
Everybody who has read it so far has wept.
huh. I don't believe it. I don't have a soul. We had proof that I don't have a soul. No, there shall be no crime.
We found that out last time we went to Slaughterville.
Which I highly recommend that you don't do. Don't go to Slaughterville if you can
We
help it.
should go to Slaughterville. We're
No.
planning a trip. Yeah, we are. We're planning a trip.
You got lots of stuff on here. Can anybody get this stuff still, or is it? Because like it says that it's all done. So
You can
I'm
get-
assuming that it's just done, right? It's done.
You can still order all the physical copies. All the physical and digital books are still available for late pledges. So you can still get in on it. You can still place your order. We've had several people go ahead and back it since the campaign ended, which has been extra amazing.
Selling
When you
fish.
hear Mutant Cops, whatever you think the book's about, it's not what it's about. It's a different book, baby. It's a left turn.
I don't ever turn left. I just make 3 rights. I only know how to be right.
Once a day, I can give her full credit for being actually absolutely right. Yeah,
I would
that's
need to see
all the time. That's what I'm saying. When she says hi, Dante, she's right.
I'm bored. Mr. Macho Fish, do you have a basement?
No. I live down in the South where we don't need such sissy things as basements. We don't need to dig down that deep to make our buildings stand up tall.
I was just curious because usually if people have a basement, I try to convince them to let me ship them Dante.
Her and Kitty already tried to put me in a hole in the backyard one
Yeah,
time.
we buried him alive. That was fun. Kitty, I miss you. He got out. He's fine.
I
just
gotta
can't
get this out before I forget. So was Consuela and I going to Cabo.
That's how I feel about that. Going to Cabo.
Can't handle the fire,
I know,
can
I
ya?
know I pay Consuela and she could do
Can't
whatever she
handle
wants
the
with her
heat.
money, but it still makes me salty that he's going there and having fun, fish. He's going in the water and first of all, they just smuggle him across the border. How do you smuggle yourself into Mexico? I didn't think.
It was harder getting back in here, man. Like they really shut the border down, bro.
I was just trying to convince
It
him.
was harder getting home than it was getting into Mexico.
I was conflicted last week, Mr. Manfish, because I was super happy that Dante A was not in my house. But I was really upset that B, he was having fun in a nice place on my dime.
It was way cool. And then
Sounds
last
like the
week,
classic narcissist conundrum there. I hate to
it
hear
was
it.
fun, man. And then our guest from last time, Allie thought she came down and hung out with us at the hotel for a few days.
You have proof of this. I think you're lying.
I'm not lying.
You are
There's
Is that a face that would lie to you?
photographic
I don't think
evidence.
so.
You do not.
There is photographic evidence.
Pixar didn't have it.
I learned some more Spanish while I was there. I did.
Great. Is it more burrows? Swear words?
Most of it, and then some of it's just like, yeah, we can't talk about that.
I know all the swear words in Spanish.
Like which ones? Which
I know.
I don't appreciate that kind of language.
parlay boo?
Donde está el WrestleMania? See, when you can strike a dude and he stands there wobbling in midair as if he's got cartoon birds spinning around his head while you run back and forth across the ring 6 times just to clothesline the guy while he's still stumbling. That is classic Looney Tunes action right there, brother.
Yes, it's great stuff. You just got to be in the right frame of mind when you watch.
There is more drama than a soap opera. There is more action and backstabbing and slapping than any Real Housewives episode. It hits all the categories for all the little kiddies of all ages.
You can get stabbed in the back more on a wrestling show than a Killer Karen episode.
100%. And they can spell better in the captions because she's misspelled all of that.
And the signs in the crowd are funny too. The signs that people hold up.
Yes, indeed.
They'll say stuff like, "Watch Killer Karen," and you'll be like, what the hell? And then you get online and you type Killer Karen into your search engine. Boom, you see what they're talking about, right? It's free
I stopped
advertising.
paying attention 15 minutes ago.
Free advertising. It's really good. You should think about that, comic people. Go to your local WWE event. Get down there on the floor with a big ass sign that says, "What's the name of your book? What's the
The
name?"
man's thinking. He's dropping knowledge on you. You could be advertising Green Zone
Green
right now.
Zone.
Green Zone, right? They get a
Holding
big
that
old
up. People checking it out saying, I gotta know what Green Zone's about.
I honestly still don't know what it's about. Cooking shows with mutants.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's like Chopped, but with mutants and cops
Yeah.
and people getting shot and blown up.
It sounds good.
Absolutely.
It sounds good. Shooting and blowing up is essential in the kitchen.
I've experienced a lot of things that I can't talk about because some things don't happen. There's
I'm
some
sorry.
things I
Did you
can't talk
just say that there's a statute of limitations on some of the
He
things that
didn't
you've
say
done?
that. I totally
about. Not that I've
agree.
done. I didn't say that.
He's admitting to crime on our show, Dante.
No, he didn't. Just like
No, I
there was
did
no
not.
poop in that pool. Just like there was no poop in that pool. I'm just saying.
There was poop in that pool.
Everybody thinks you could poop in a pool and get away with it and nobody would know who did it. But I've seen from personal experience that it'll follow the person that did it all around the pool in their wake. No matter how hard they try and swim away from it, that little sucker will follow them plain as day. Fun little fact from the Macho Fish. Now you're smarter.
No, I feel dumb. Call the police.
It's hilarious. It makes a big like
Crime
swirly.
against
It makes a big
humanity.
swirly in the pool, man.
That's gross, Dante. Ew.
Well, I mean, he's swimming away from it the whole time. It's not like
No, I would just get out. And then I would call the police on that person. Even if they
You
were a
would.
child.
Yes, you would.
Yes. Then they could beat the shit out of him.
That's
Just
what I
like
did.
I rolled in Fish's book. Now, did you experience that as well? Is that you were writing from experience about seeing a 5-year-old that got beat up by the police?
That actually does come from a story from the Macho Fish's life where I nearly got killed by a cop when I got pulled over one day.
What did you do?
Yes, most certainly I did. I got pulled over by the cop, and he came up to me at night asking me if he knew why he was pulling me over. And I absolutely knew why he pulled me over. He caught me doing 60 in a 25 in a residential area in the middle of the night with the headlights off, somebody hanging out all 4 doors of the car, surfing on the hood, surfing on the roof and the trunk, while I was hanging out the driver's side door, steering with a piece of string. I absolutely knew why he pulled me over. I knew I was going to jail. I just wanted to go under my own power. I didn't want my arms and legs broken along the way. I want to make this as easy a transition for everybody as possible. So when he asks me if I...
He's still talking.
he was about a third of the way through the story.
That's such a long ass story. Fish, Mr. Fishman, can you make it concise, sir?
She wants the Reader's Digest condensed.
I said, yes, sir. I know why you pulled me over. He says, you getting smart with me, punk? I said, no, sir. Trying to be as respectful as I can be because I want to go in under my own power. And eventually, before it was over, after a couple of yes, sirs and no, sirs, he's drawing his gun on me. If the Wendy's hadn't gotten robbed at that minute, I would probably be dead now. I'm so grateful that thief was so stupid.
Why did he pull his gun on you when you were being respectful?
Because he thought I was being disrespectful.
By
He
being
couldn't believe that the punk with the mohawk and the trench coat and the chains and all of that nonsense could possibly be being sincere when he said yes, sir, and no, sir, could be trying to de-escalate the situation. So he assumed I had to be a smart mouth. And so he was pulling his gun on me.
He's gonna
Isn't
shoot
that
you.
crazy when they think you're a smart mouth before you even say anything?
Well, that's just you, Dante.
No, obviously it's also the Macho Fish.
All kinds of people get shot every day just for saying yes, sir, or following the rules, or doing what they were told, reaching for their wallet when they were told to pull out their ID.
That doesn't
It happens every day.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
It's on video. Go check it out.
Mm-mm. All you could do is listen to authority and everything is fine.
Not even the Macho Fish is that white to believe that, baby.
It's true. It's true. Karen knows.
No,
Karen
no.
is a source of authority. And I can tell people for certain that if you follow instructions, you'll be just fine.
Then how come you always have to talk to the manager?
It's because no one follows my authority.
Nobody follows instructions. Very good.
My authority. Mine specifically.
Any authority. Way
Why
too
don't
many
you follow
dumb
instructions
people.
when they tell you they're not going to make your pumpkin spice mocha latte nonsense that way, or they can't give you that deal, and then you got to raise hell and get the manager brought in and all that stuff.
They
That's
just make
somebody
my
not
coffee-
following the rules. That's somebody not paying attention to authority.
They just don't listen when I tell them what temperature I want my coffee at. Exactly 114 degrees. And when I get it and it's too hot or it's not warm enough, it's the problem. And then I send it back. And then they
What's
give me
that I
back.
hear? Is that the world's tiniest violin playing the sound?
And then I have to ask for the manager because every time I go, they just can't get it right. They just can't get it to 114 degrees. You can't tell me that they don't have a thermometer back there, Dante.
Look, I have to commend you, Karen. You've done very well today. You've made it,
What?
I don't know, almost to the end of the show, and you have not splashed anyone yet.
Splashed anyone with my coffee?
I said flash.
No, I'm not.
Flash. That will help the ratings, but we don't need you to do it every week. You know what I mean?
I mean, it didn't come up naturally in conversation. When you ask me to flash the camera, I'm not going to.
No, I'm asking you not to. That's
I'm not. You can't. I'm smarter than that. So, what do they call that?
asking you
Backwards.
not to, and I'll even do that if you try to. What do you think of that?
Now we got a show, brother. This is what I'm talking about.
Who can play that game? All right, this shit show's over. Do you have any last words, Mr. Macho Fish?
I gotta say, go check out.
That was my welcome home gift.
Wow.
I'm joking. Can you do it again?
This is really, really bad. Really bad. Mr. Sister? Who's Mr. Sister?
Do you like being called baby?
Never.
Your laugh kills me because you sound like my daughter-in-law, and it breaks me.
Wait, so now I got
Now we're fishing. We're fishing for things.